Greetings, it's naturopath from New Zealand, Eric Backer. Thank you so much for checking out my video today. Today we're going to do a quick video on CanXida, the CanXida products that I've formulated. Now I realize I've already made a few videos on the CanXida formulations and the individual ones and what they are and what they do. But this one's going to be a little bit different. Also, I want to say that all the CanXida formulations are back in stock. We ran out of them. In fact, not just once, we ran out of them twice. We had so many people from so many countries wanting these formulations. Now, why did that happen? Was it because of aggressive marketing? Was it because of me trying to push things onto people? Not at all. I'll tell you why it happened. It was because the products were very effective. And many people who tried these formulations wanted them again and again because they were getting really good, consistent results. So, why would a guy like me make pills when there are so many different kinds of pills on the market? You can go to Amazon, you can go to iHerb, you can buy vitamins from Walmart, you can go and get them from any kind of place. So why would some guy in a far-flung country with a funny accent make pills when so many of them are already available? Well, that's what I'm going to tell you why right now. I've been practicing now for a long time. This is my 29th year. So we're coming up to 30 years. So I've worked for many different companies over that time as a technical director, as an educator, as a dietary supplement formulator. I've created highly successful product lines for a few companies that are selling very well, both into retail and to the professional market. This is something I've been doing by default for about 15 years. So that's been my background. My background really has been natural medicine since I was in my early 20s. And now I'm in my mid-50s and I'm still going strong. And I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying my job. I'm enjoying creating this YouTube channel. I'm enjoying interacting with patients still on a daily basis. I still see patients. Most people in my business have long hung up their towel. They've finished. They're done. A lot of doctors tell me that after 20 years you've burnt out, you've had enough. It's time to sit back with a glass of wine and play golf and stuff like that. Well, that's not me. I really enjoy interacting with patients on a regular basis still. I enjoy going to conferences. I enjoy talking to my colleagues from all around the world, in the States, in Europe, in New Zealand, in America. I just really enjoy this business. And I think if you've got a passion for something and you enjoy it, why the heck would you give up on it? You know, because it becomes really, your mantra. It becomes what you do. So let's get back to CanXida. So I soon realized in practice many years ago that most all patients who were ill had digestive problems. And just like I did in my 20s with yeast infection, with gut problems and skin problems and anxiety and depression and all this kind of stuff, and I couldn't get help. So a naturopath, when I was quite young, put me on the right track. And that's why I'm here today. That's why I wrote Candida Crusher. That's why I was interested in formulating something that had never been made before. Like most naturopaths, I've had professional doctor accounts with many different companies to use their professional lines with patients. I've used retail lines. I've even worked in health food shops. And I ran a health food shop when I was in my 20s. It was a great starting point. So I really got to know what people wanted and what they were using. But after probably about 10, 15 years of practice, I started to notice that people with yeast infections and, H. pylori stomach infections and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth and irritable bowel syndrome and those kind of people were coming into me with all kinds of pills and potions and lotions. Some people had 10, 15, 20 products. Many people would go to a health food shop and buy a supplement, take that, and then they would go to a naturopath and take that, and then they would go to a doctor and take pharmaceutical pills and also maybe some vitamins a doctor recommended. And then on top of that, they went to the internet and they went to Dr. Google. And then they started to order stuff online. So people were starting to regularly show me that they were using a hodgepodge mix mash of many different kinds of products. So this creates a real big problem. It creates interactions. You're getting dietary supplements of inconsistent qualities. You don't know what kind of raw materials you're getting. You don't know where the heck they were made or who made them. You don't know if they're interacting with each other. So particularly for Candida and for gut problems, I found no complete system. I never found a product range where we had a few products that work consistently well together. So let's just say for a minute that you're buying enzymes from XYZ company and you're buying a multivitamin from ABC company, and then you're buying a probiotic from QRS company, and you're trying to tack them all together. Well, that's like trying to repair a car. Let's just say you've got a Ford and you're trying to put a Chrysler part in there, and then you're trying to put a Datsun part in there, a Nissan part in there, and you're trying to put a Honda part in there as well, and you're wondering why the car's running rough. You need to work out how A, you can spend the minimal amount of money, and B, take the minimal amount of supplements, and C, use something that's going to be highly effective and it's going to get you better sooner rather than later. So many people were spending a lot of money on dietary supplements. Some of my patients have spent up to $2,000 or $3,000 a month on a wide range of pills. And then I'd ask them how they're feeling, and they say, I feel like crap. It's not working. What am I doing? These pills don't work. And this is when I realized I needed to make a system for Candida patients. A very simple system, a very basic system, okay, using the highest quality raw materials I could find, using a really top manufacturer of high repute who makes many leading brands. And I found that. I finally found that. After working with a few manufacturers, I finally found the right person to work with. Incredible. And I can dictate exactly the kind of raw materials I want, because I'm quite fussy when it comes to raw materials with supplements. And that's why I created the CanXida range. Simplicity, low cost, effectiveness, not being able to stay on the supplements for years on end. Now, people sometimes email me and say, whoa, these supplements are like 50 something bucks for a bottle. I can go to Walmart and I can get a multivitamin for $6.99. Well, you're welcome to it. You're welcome to it, because you have got no idea what you're getting yourself in for the raw materials. Many people who put supplements together couldn't care less about how these products are made. All they care about is selling as many pills as they can. Well, I couldn't care less if you buy my pills or not. I really couldn't care. All I care is if you've got a genuine need to take a supplement that's highly effective, and you've got Candida or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or you suffer from IBS, if you follow my Candida Crusher program, if you carefully look at my diet and lifestyle that I put together, if you watch any of my 700 odd videos or read my over 1,000 articles, if you utilize the system, I know in my own mind that you're going to get a very, very good outcome. I know you are, because I've had thousands and thousands of people tell me that they're getting these kind of outcomes now for a long time. And with the CanXida range, I'm only getting good feedback. I'm very rarely getting bad feedback from people. And if I am, it's because people are doing dumb things like taking half a dozen pharmaceutical drugs and rotating 3 or 4 antibiotics, for example, and taking CanXida Remove. And I'm getting that. I'm actually getting people taking 2 types of antibiotics and then trying to take my antimicrobial at the same time. Well, it doesn't work. Remember, try and follow the system that I put together. So the 3 products are the CanXida Remove, the CanXida Restore, and now more recently the CanXida Rebuild. And those are the only 3 products I've got in that range currently. I am looking at one additional extra product, but again, I'm quite fussy on the raw materials, so I've got to spend a bit more time getting the right kind of company, before I make that product. I don't just want to tack something on. So these 3 products work really well together as a system. And the packages are available. If you go to CanXida.com, you can get packages. You can get all 3, you can get 2 of all 3, or you can get 3 of all 3. It definitely works out cheaper when you buy the larger pack size. It's really good if you try and stay on all 3 products consistently for a period ranging from a few weeks up to 3, even 6 months if you're a very chronic case. Most patients that I've had on the CanXida range in the early days have already come off the product and are already recovered, are feeling really good. So I know the products work because I use them daily in my clinic. The availability is there now. We're not going to run out of product anymore. We ship all over the place. We're now going to start coming into New Zealand and Australia very soon, and hopefully into places where people really want these things, into countries like Dubai and Singapore and Hong Kong and places like that. So please ask me questions through my YouTube channel. I'm happy to comment through there. I can't comment through ericbacker.com. I get crazy emails through my website, and even though I tell people please don't email me through the site, I just haven't got time. I prefer to focus my attention on one channel and do that really well. So do send me some comments through. Do subscribe. Do click on the link below for your free Candida report if you haven't really clicked on that link and got that report already. And remember, I'm here for people like you. I'm here to help guys like you out. I don't need to see patients anymore, but I love doing it. I don't need to manufacture products anymore, but I enjoy improving people's lives. That's what my job is all about, is improving people's lives, and it's an awesome, awesome job. Thank you for tuning in.